Have you ever tried to explain a change you want in a photo to someone using only words? It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
You end up saying things like, no, not that bag, the other red one on the left.
Yeah.
And can you change just the handle? Language just, it
Yeah.
fails when you need real precision.
That specific failure point is exactly what our sources are tackling in today's deep dive. We're looking at a new model called DreamOmni3, and it's all about what they call scribble-based editing and generation.
Scribble-based. So, like, drawing.
Exactly. The mission is to combine your text prompts, an image, and crucially, your own freehand sketches, your scribbles, into one single creative tool. It basically bridges that gap where what you see in your head is just too complex for words alone.
Okay, so let's break that down. The whole system is built on those three inputs working together. And the team behind it defines two sort of high-level tasks.
Right. First, you have scribble-based editing, which is pretty straightforward. You're just modifying an image that already exists. Scribble-based generation. That's where you're making a completely new image from scratch, but using both a text prompt and a sketch as your blueprint.
And this is where it gets really practical for you, the person actually using it. The kind of editing DreamOmni3 allows for was, well, it was really difficult before.
You can now tell it to edit things based on really abstract ideas, like changing the entire design style of a sofa just by drawing a quick circle around it.
Or I guess you could get really concrete, right? Like if I want to add a lamp, I can just draw a rough shape exactly where I want it to be.
Precisely. And you get pixel level control.
That sounds incredible, but I have to ask, why is this such a big deal now? We've had things like generative fill and in-painting for a while now. Weren't those already using masks?
They were, and that's the key. That was the historical hurdle. The old methods used what are called binary masks, just, simple black and white selections.
And those struggled.
Terribly, especially with complexity. If you wanted to edit a few different areas at once, it just got messy. The masks became really cumbersome, and they often couldn't preserve the details around the edited area.
Okay, so if the old binary mask was the bottleneck, how did DreamOmni3 get around it? What's the core mechanical change here?
They came up with a really elegant solution. It's called the joint input scheme. So instead of using a mask, the model is fed two inputs at the same time.
Two inputs.
Yeah. You give the original untouched source image, and right alongside it, you give it the same source image, but this time with your scribbles drawn on top.
So it sees two versions at once, the clean one and the marked up one. But wouldn't the scribble just block the model from seeing the original details underneath?
But that's the brilliant part. Because it sees the clean, pristine image right next to the scribbled one, it never loses that original context.
I see.
And to make sure it's all perfectly aligned, they use the exact same position and index encodings for both inputs.
So those are like digital coordinates, basically.
Exactly. They guarantee perfect pixel alignment. The AI knows precisely where your scribble on one image corresponds to the details on the other.
That alignment part is powerful. But what about efficiency? If I want to change, say, 5 different things in an image, a car, a building, a shadow, do I need to manage 5 different layers or masks?
And that's where the scribble just completely wins. To manage multiple edits, you just use a different color.
That's it, just color.
That's it. A red circle on the car, a green line on the tree. It's so much more intuitive for a human than fiddling with multiple binary masks. And that control is probably why it performs so well in their tests.
What did the tests show?
It achieved the best results in human evaluations by a pretty wide margin, beating out other models like its predecessor, DreamOmni2, and even some big commercial ones.
So if we zoom out for a second, the big takeaway here seems to be that the future of these AI tools is moving away from just, the tyranny of the text prompt.
It has to. We need more expressive multimodal inputs. This blend of text, images, and your own manual drawing gives you, the creator, so much more control.
A really powerful combination.
Right. And it brings up a fascinating final thought. The source notes that the developers planned for imperfect drawing by using a simple template library, because they get that most of us aren't artists.
Okay.
So considering how good these models are getting at understanding our rough, imperfect, hand-drawn shapes,
Whoa.
what everyday application,
Yeah.
Beyond photo editing could be completely revolutionized by this. Imagine designing a custom chair, not with some complex CAD software, but just by drawing a few quick colored lines on a screen and having a photorealistic blueprint instantly appear.